Oof. If these monsters were really killing people under 8,000 feet, sorry, coastal states, you dunskies. You dunskies. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Elevation. What's about pretty simple damn premise. All of a sudden, these monsters are coming out of the ground and they are going to kill everyone. They don't eat, they don't sleep. They have one purpose is to just kill their prey. Not eat them anyway, but at 8,000 feet, they cannot go above it. And so if you're in the Rocky Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, Alaska, you're pretty solid. Everyone else, you gotta hope, fingers crossed, that you get above 8,000 feet or you're done. You are dead skis. But we are trying to figure out how to kill them with quote unquote magic bullets, as well as getting air cylinders for Hunter Anthony Mackie's kid. So, do you like this film? Again, another one where Vertical, this new distribution company, is starting to bring out more films. It was Your Monster. This one, I think, one more before this. They also brought to theaters. But Elevation, it was actually pretty good for what I was given. Didn't see the trailer again. It's one of the ones where it's like, oh, it's coming to a theater near me. I'm going to figure it out. I do think for a quick hour and a half movie, it has the right suspense, has a good enough jump scares to just make the audience be entertained with what was on the screen. Yes, this is a movie that you've probably seen a million times before, and you kind of want a little bit more to the story of, these monsters and how you're going to kill them, or a little bit of a backstory. You don't get that, but you just get a quick, easy 90-minute movie that is very easy to watch. So what I like about this movie, I think the actors did a great job. Anthony Mackie, then you have the girl, Deadpool's girlfriend. I was like, who is that girl? Monica, I'm going to say her name completely wrong, but it is a Miss Monica Baccarin. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'm so sorry. But they do a fantastic job. You can tell this is a lower budget film, and it shows when it comes to the action set pieces or the wide shots of like explosions happening and some gunplay and some green screen, especially with the ski lift. Absolutely. And they do the best that they can with what they are given. But that really didn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to, because I won't lie, when the ski lift thing happened, I was like, oh snap, that green screen is really bad. But then when it continues on with the story, you kind of are like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They have a lower budget, but of course, something that happens at the very end with the explosion. You're like, okay, you can tell that's so post production. It's not even joking. But like I said, that's really the big negative is the CGI. What is solid about this movie, like I said, the pacing, how the movie looks, the cinematography of having this Boulder, Colorado feel, and it looks like they filmed a lot of it in the mountains. I could be completely wrong, but it felt like, okay, they were at a ski lift. Okay, they were running up some boulders. Okay, they were running up some mountains in Colorado, or it just felt that. Because when I lived in Colorado Springs, I always went to, is it not Eagle Rock, Eagle Point, Eagle something? They had some casinos in the mountains, or I like skiing. I know it's like, Austria's not the same thing, but I've been skiing in Utah, been skiing in Lake Tahoe, been skiing at a basin, different locations, and I do get that feel of like, you know what? It feels like I've been here, and I really did enjoy the atmosphere of the film. Weird R rating film though. So when I bought this from Regal, I said it was PG-13. And I was like, okay, that's fine, a PG-13 action-esque movie. But then in the theater, I heard the first F word, a second one, a third one, a fourth, a sixth, seventh. So I'm like, okay, there's no way this is PG-13 anymore. So it's rated R, but that's the issue, is a lot of the violence on screen was very PG-13-esque. So it made me wonder if they filmed it R, didn't have the budget to add the gore or more action or just more like, oh shit moments. And so they put it back to PG-13. But then they realized, oh, let's just release it rated R, just kind of make it an R-rated movie for language, and that's about it. Because there are dialogue moments in this movie where it's like, these monsters absolutely destroy humans and rip them apart. Yes, we see some legs and boots, like bones, but we don't see like gore. We don't see oh shit moments, which is kind of understandable, I guess, because it's been 3 years before they actually been down the mountain and been in this location. So yes, you could kind of say that. But there is one death in this movie where you're like, oh, maybe they could go a little bit gory, but decided not to. And like I said, it just felt very, they didn't know what they wanted to do with the PG-13 or R rating. But that's just my personal opinion with this movie. Like I said, there are some good tense moments, especially in this hospital and trying to get there. Yeah, some silly character choices because the whole point of this movie is they could go by CO2 as well as, movement, if you want to put it that way. And there are some scenes where you're like, hey, stop moving, or hey, do you really need to go that fast and like make dust settle up? Because if you really just want to go slow and steady, maybe that will win you the race and not always just like being hectic and sporadic throughout the film. So, of course, some silly character choices throughout. But overall, Elevation, if you want a very simple 90-minute, movie that it breezes pretty by, has pretty decent acting, an okay story, and just something you've seen before, Elevation is going to float your boat because I was pleasantly surprised with having no expectations and leaving saying, oh, this could have been way, way worse. So Elevation will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 70%. Let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. Critics a 50% with 20 of them. No audience score or critic consensus. I could kind of see the 50, but like I said, I went in with zero expectations. I came out going, I had a couple good jump scares, a couple good thrilling moments, a decent story, and how they die is actually something different. So anyway, 70-50. Chase Leoc here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more things, Futontopia. You Blue Tony. Take a watch. Have a great day. I'll watch this tape tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now, every single freaking one of you. Peace and love, peace and love. And let's just hope where I'm at right now, these monsters don't come because I'm fucked. I'd be fucked.